Hey, what's up? So today I'm going to make not a video of like a tutorial of producing, but today I'm going to show you some plugin families, the families, that's what you call them, I guess. They're exclusive from Waves. If you don't know, Waves is an audio manufacturer, and they make actual hardware, but very good software. And today I'm going to show you five of their series right here. So let's just roll into it. The first one is the SSL, and I use the SSL plugins a lot on my productions. So let's start with the channel here. It's just a regular mixer channel. It's just a bus. You have your fader here, your output fader. Um, this is the input gain. Yeah, it's an input gain. Here's the phase reverse button, analog switch, your routing buttons right here, CQ to bypass or to the dynamic section, which is right here, just basically compressor, and a 8. And here's dynamics to bypass or channel output. Here's a selector for the meter, for the VU meter, for input and output. Here's your EQ section. Here's the filter. Here are the filters. You have your hertz here, your kilohertz here. Well, I mean low pass and high pass. What the hell? And here's just the split, the filter split. Here in the EQ we have high frequencies, decibels and kilohertz with the if you want to put a bell type boost on it, boost or cut, whatever. High medium frequencies, decibels here, kilohertz here, and the type of and the wide I don't know how to call this, but it's basically how you want the it's just a Q, alright? It's just the typical Q that you would want, that you would find in a graphic equalizer. The same thing goes to the low medium frequencies right here, decibels, Q, and kilohertz. And right down here the low frequencies, decibels and hertz. And there's just the bell type if you want to. Here the dynamics section. Here's the here's the compressor, and here's the expansioner, sorry. Wait, expander? Oh. And now I want to show you also this channel, which is the G channel, but will look like the same, but the only difference is that in the EQ routing buttons, instead of the dynamics, you also have the filters where you can go to. Here I have the filter and dynamics routing. So just go to the filters and then here. So apart from that, the thing that changes is that here there's a high medium frequency times 3 that basically boosts the high medium frequencies over the high frequencies. It's not the bell type anymore. And the same thing goes to low frequencies and the low medium frequencies right here, but it's minus oh wait, this is high medium frequencies times 3, and this is low medium frequencies divided by 3. Now the EQ, nothing special, it's regular EQ, the same thing that you saw in the G channel. And last but not least, the compressor. It's not a multiband compressor, it's just a regular compressor. And this is the based on the SSL G Bus Series 3000. Well, that covers up SSL. Let's go to DTS Neural. So you heard right, DTS, that company that basically is that basically fights with Dolby to get to the throne of cinema audio. And yeah, they collaborated with Waves to make some awesome plugins called DTS Neural. First, there's the down mix, which basically you can clearly see here that it's 7.1 to 5.1. So basically you have some audio files that are made for a 7.1 system, but you only have a 5.1 system. you might want to use this one. So here's every channel for left, right, center. Here's for the subwoofer, and here are the just the back ones. And here are the other ones: left, right, center, subwoofer, and the back ones. This is just a cutoff frequency, and here's the front encoding and the down mix type. You just want the multi-standard, the multi-light. To be honest, multi-light doesn't make any changes, more or less, but multi-standard makes it all. And you can use a limiter here, and yeah, that's pretty much how down mix works. Up mix is basically the same thing but reversed, but there's some other things in here. So you want to convert it to 7.1, no problem. Latency, here's the latency mode. You can choose between low and high. Here are your channels, right here and also right here. This is for your displacement. With this you control the depth of where you want to go. Like if you want to center the sound over the back back speakers or the front speakers. I should take down this, but you have to make it equilibrated, just that you don't pass 0% of depth. Yeah, that's perfect. And here's the surround channels. That's for left side and right side. This is for left side and right side. This is like for another type of arrangement. This is left side and right side, and this is left back and right back. You actually have that's for just right here. And here's your bass management. Basically applies a low pass to the subwoofer, which is not counted in here, by the way. It's that 0.1 that you see there. 7 only represents the number of the front only represents how many woofers are in there, but that 1 represents how many subwoofers are in the sound system. And the last one is the mono to stereo converter. Well, the name says it all. Basically, you have a mono input here, and you want to convert it into stereo. Kind of works like a stereo wider, or however you want to call it, because well, stereo width, and also crossover frequency, and that's how you. And here's your shield filters, and here's an actual limiter here, just an output ceiling, and a release control here, and that's pretty much it for DTS Neural. Let's go to the next one, which are the CLA all-in-ones. So Chris Lord Algie, the god of all sound engineers, and yeah, he actually made many plugins with waves, even before he actually released these ones. But these are pretty crazy. Let me show you. First, let's go with CLA bass. They all have the same design, more or less. They changed only the things back here, but they're just the same displacements. So you have an input, an output, and six faders on the inside. Here for the bass, for like a bass guitar or something, bass and treble, compress, sub, distortion, and pitch. Nothing more. For drums, you can actually change for every type of many types of instruments on your drum set. For kicks, snare, toms, overheads, sorry, room, and cowbell. Yes, cowbell. So for the cowbell, instead of gates, there's delay, but they have pretty much everyone the same ones. Input, output, and then bass, treble, compress, and reverb. And the other ones you can change from different types that there are, and turn it off if you want to. Alright, CLA effects. So this one's a little bit special because, well, it's only made for effects. This is just only one effects. I haven't used this one, but I'm going to use it pretty much soon. Who knows? Here's just a send, a long delay send, where you can go through hold and throw. So here's only EQ, distortion, reverb, short delay, long delay. That's why you have this send, and the last one is just the pitch fader. For the guitars, we have reamplify. It basically puts that really good sound, analog sound right there. I'm gonna turn it off. Alright, so there are 4 types: clean, crunch, heavy, and bypass. Well, the bypass is not a mode. Yeah, let me just turn this again. So yeah, you have your input and output, and then you have bass, treble, compress, reverb, delay, and pitch. Kind of like CLA bass, but it has its own differences. CLA mixdown, basic thing. It's just it's kind of a compressor, more or less. It's just a generic compressor. Mastering, I would say. Just a mastering tool, whatever. Input output, bass, treble, glue, drive, and that's it. And some VU meters. CLA unplugged. This one's a little bit special. Well, because just to tell you, I haven't used this one because I still don't know how is it supposed to be used. But it's some kind of like CLA effects or something like that, because you have 2 reverbs. Here's the pre-delays for them. Here's the delay, and then compressed bass, treble, just the basic things. I guess it's something for live or something. And here's my favorite one, vocals. This one is pretty good. So here we have the input and output, and here we have bass, treble, compress, reverb, delay, and pitch. And let me just tell you that this thing enhances your vocals really good. Alright, on to the next one. We're done with this one. Abbey Road. Oh goddamn, Abbey Road Studios. So yeah, it's an actual studio. I think it was from California, if I'm not sure, but they're pretty much gods. They're pretty much gods. So the first one right here is Abbey Road Chambers, and this is nothing but I don't know how to explain very well, but it basically matches your reverb probe in different spots right here in a closed room. So here's your input and output. Yeah, this is the type of mics they will put. The KM53S or the MK2HS. Here's a position classic, room, and wall, basically. So reverb type, you have the chamber 2, mirror, and then stone. This will change significantly. And here's the Timex, just to change the time of the reverberation. Here's the speaker type, B&W or Outtech. It depends actually, because the B&W these ones have a different configuration inside them. So you will just put them facing to the wall, to the room. Alright, here's the Steed. Basically, this is a delay machine. Here's our feedback. Here's just your feedback filters, top cut, mid and bass cuts, and here's the drive and mod. Here's the link button, just for the delay, because well, we have 2 delays in here, and the synchronize button to make them sync, basically. Here's the filters to chamber. We have the top cuts and bass cuts, and here's the gain and frequency, and here's the mix faders, reverb, and dry wets. Plates. This one kind of works. Not like chambers, but it works also on simulating on a closed room, and it's a reverb plugin. Here you have your inputs, crosstalk. This is plate selector. You have your type A, type B, type C, and type D. Depending on the material, more or less they are made, they will make other types of reverberation or not. Here's your damper, and well, here's just a step-by-step adjuster. adjusting buttons. Here's your treble. Just an actual EQ, treble and bass cut. Notice how the bass cut is put. It's just one of these type of knobs. They have to pry. They have to pry a screwdriver and just turn it. Here's your drive and analog. Just some effects for these for the reverbs. Basic things. And also here's the pre-delay and dry wet mix and your outputs, and also the collapse to make it smaller. And here are your meters from input and output. Saturator. Name says it all. Basically, it's just a saturator. Input and output. VU meter right here. Just want to select from input or output. Right here. Well, it's for monos. This is for mono. Here's the pre-mono stereo input gain. Here's just for the sides, or here's just for the stereo. Yeah, mid-size stereo. Compander. Here's the phase flip, or phase reverse, as you would call it in the SSL. Your ratio, blend fader, and here are your modes basically. Here's where you have the off. Well, this is low pass cut, and here's the high pass cutoff. Off 3K, 1.5K, 750, and you have off 80, 160, and 380. Right here we have a pre-EQ, and the same thing goes to the post-EQ. There's just the same thing. Here's the saturator itself. Here's what you put. Type TG, type red, and off. TG and red are other engineers that collaborated with that work on Abbey Road. Here's the gain. It's pretty precise, and here's your mix fader. Next one is the Abbey Road Studio 3, which is the coolest one. This thing is basically a 360 arrangement. Basically, would simulate the actual studio. This is the Abbey Road Studio, California, and this is what it would look like. Look at that big SSL. Yes. Alright, so yeah, you will have a ton of speakers here, and the back ones and the sides ones. Yeah, pretty much like a regular studio. And this you can actually rotate with this too. Studio monitors, there you would put a near, mid, or far. And yeah, you have the 0 button here to put at 0 degrees exactly. Here's your level. Head tracking. This is something that is really cool because here's the Waves NX Snapcatcher here, because it opens up another window. But basically you can track your head with the webcam or with a Bluetooth device that you can buy at waves.com. And yeah, you just basically turn it on here. You have the settings here, the calibration, the rate, and the tracking device. You will put a webcam or the NX head tracker. Here's the headphone EQ. There are many headphones here from Audi's, Audio-Technica, AKG, Bear Dynamics, Sennheiser, Shure, Sony. Just for those types of headphones. And here's the head modeling. This is something that, well, basically it calibrates your circumference of the head and also the ear to ear distance. Here are the units, centimeters, inches, and here's just the pop-up to see your settings, which they are not. And yeah, that's pretty much how ABI Studio, Abbey Road Studio 3 works. Abbey Road Vinnie Light and Abbey Road Vinnie Stereo. My goodness, my English is bad. Goddamn. So they're basically the same thing. The only thing is that Vinnie Lights is a little bit shorter. But I'm going to show you the big one. So yeah, this is just a Vinnie plugin, and you would basically GG desk. It puts a nice 60 Hz noise in the back. And here's a generation. You would put lacquer or print. It changed significantly when you put it into print. Some spikes on the left channel. Always have, well, in every channel there will be some spikes. Going to keep it on lacquer. Turntable, you have an AR, or you have a DJ turntable, which will make it instantly noisier, and you could actually notice a bit of the cracklings back in there. Alright, type of cartridge, you have an MM, MC, or DJ. Basically the DJ ones will make less noise. Here's the noise level, crackle level, density, and clicks, and type of clicks that you want. Rates, basically. Just the meters here for input and outputs. Output gain for the monitors. Left, right, medium, and stereo. Well, sorry, left, right, mono, and stereo. I don't know why I said mid. Input gain and drive and input drive. Nothing much. Here's a wow, the wow, rate and depth, and the same thing with the flutter. Here's the slowdown. You have the length here, time formats, which you have time in bars, 6 bars and 2. You have the stop button here, just to make it stop, and the auto resume, just to make it go back up once it's stopped. Here you have the tone arm to make it shift through the vinyl. Here's the phase distortion and the modulator right here. Phase distortion on and off, level, and modulator. You have of the phase distortion, I guess. Yeah, your high pass and your low pass. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Abbey Road. Let's go to the last one. One knob. This one's pretty famous to you because you might have one of these on your plugin libraries. Some of them are given away free, and these make life much easier because they only have one knob. That's why the name of the series. Let's go and make this fast because, well, here's the one knob driver. Brighter. I don't know what the hell am I saying. Driver's the next one. Brighter is just going to make a. I think it's just a reverb plugin. It's just nothing more. Here's the driver. This is some distortion. Yeah, this is a distortion plugin. Filter. Well, name says it all. Basically, this is low pass. Well, low pass and high pass. And here's the resonance. I think it's low pass. Well, no. Basically, you put it on 5. It's neutral. Then you have low pass and high pass. Then you have the resonance here, non, moderate, or high end stream. I suggest not going on to stream. Louder. This is just a dynamics plugin. Basically, it makes it louder. This is just a volume control, not volume but gain. Fader. Sausage fanner. Let's just keep it there. Pressure. This is basically it makes the input sound boomier. So yeah. Bumper, it's just a sidechain, and here you can clearly see how the sidechain goes. Here's your rates, and here's your offsets. And the last one is wetter. Basically, it's makes everything wet as poop. All right, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you like it. Consider subscribing and for more of these videos, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye bye.